people. Well, we've got one of our members in the background, guys. I just thought I'd come on today and say hello to everybody. I'm in the bathroom because downstairs is busy, but I'm having a nice cup of coffee and I'm in a very positive mood. So I'm going to bring one of our members on, Leslie.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Leslie.
Good afternoon. How are you?
How are you, love? I'm good. Now, I've just done this live today, Leslie, because now the thing is, people might look at me and like, because I'm a tough lad and I can have a fight, they might not realise that I can actually get bullied. And I'm going to be totally honest, it really does affect me sometimes. I know people, it's easy for people to just say, oh, just ignore it and stuff, but some of the things that they say can really, really get into your head. And especially when you've got issues about your body or the way you look, sometimes when they make them horrible comments, it can affect me, yeah.
Well, that's understandable. Like you said the other day, that words do hurt. You know, the sticks and stones, words will never hurt me. I don't think that's true either. I think words can be the problem. I think some people that are really good at using verbal abuse can just rip you apart more than someone that could just give you one punch. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it can be even life altering, someone speaking to you like that.
100%, Leslie. I mean, I don't know whether you see my post the other day, but I was talking about my biceps when I tore my bicep muscles in 2014 in a bare knuckle fight. I am constantly, I don't know why I answer to this, but it does get to me, it does affect me. But it's like I constantly have to repeat myself every single time. And I just think they're asking to take the piss. I don't think they're actually interested, but they keep saying, oh, how did you do your biceps? Why have you got no biceps? I constantly repeat myself every single day, answering to these people. It's like, well, why am I answering to them? But they make it a big issue. Like, they know I'm a fighter. So realistically, you don't need bodybuilders' biceps to have a fight. But for some reason, this bicep thing has now become an everyday thing online. To like, why have you tore your biceps? Well, I've had a fight.
I think, well, for what I've noticed, it seems to be over a period of time where certain people know that employ that. Do you know, like saying something about your biceps, and then I think there's other people probably watch that and they think, you know, very childish, immature people who are jumping on it as well, because I think a lot of people know that you had or do have suffer from body dysmorphia, and that makes it even worse. Do you know what I mean? That, like, people asking you about that, but they ask you about your hair, your teeth, your face. I think it's, do you know what I think it is? I think a lot of it is jealousy. And I do think that because they're very masculine man, right? But why the negativity? Usually that comes from a place of insecurity on behalf of the other person. It's constantly. And that to me is
thing, Leslie. My teeth's a really big issue. I've got like people constantly take the piss out my Lisp. It's got worse and it's got worse because the longer the temporary implants are in, and it's what it is with the teeth, with the Lisp, it's actually a bridge, a really big bridge at the back of my mouth holding the temporaries in. Now, when these teeth get finished, there'll be no Lisp. The Lisp will be completely gone. But these jealous people taking the mick now out my Lisp. Now, you think of all these people that actually have a Lisp problem in real life. These people online are absolute bullies. The way they get at people and talk absolute shit about people, about their Lisp or the body or problems, it's absolutely horrendous. But for me, it's just envious and jealousy, because at the end of the day, when I get these £14,000 implants put in, who's going to have the last laugh then? You know what I mean?
Aye, totally.
That's what they are, £14,000 implants that are going to get put in. Now, the amount of times I've repeated myself to people, oh, I've got temporary implants, any idiot that knows about it knows that you're going to get a little bit of a Lisp before you get the proper implants put in.
Yeah.
But people's words can hurt, man. Like, when they constantly get at you every single day, and listen, I get it. I'm in the public domain. I put myself out on YouTube, yeah, but I don't put myself out there for people to be so horrible. Like, people commit suicide over getting bullied online.
Yeah. I was just reading about a case about a young man who has just recently killed himself because of the exact same thing. And I think TikTok is really bad for all this now. But going back to yourself, Decker, do you know what? I think there's a certain calibre of people, right, who I think they live their life like that anyway, just slagging people off, having, they have to put you down because of their insecurities. It's really prevalent in society, and I think that's the sad thing.
Yeah.
And you don't see yourself how other people see you. And so, like, because you're so masculine, you've got muscle, they just want to, like, have a negative slant on you. Do you know what I mean?
But I'm in great shape. I am. I've trained hard.
Yeah.
I've dieted hard. I'm in great shape. I just have. It never used to be. These biceps never used to be an issue to me because nobody ever spoke about it. But the more people have went on, it's now planted a seed in my head that puts a negative spin. Like, so I'm like, now it's become a bit of a paranoid problem for me now, because I look at it and think, is what people saying right? But in the other side of me says, well, you don't need big biceps to be a fighter. What is this obsession of people having big biceps? Because the rest of my body makes up for what I've lost. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you know, I never thought, Decker, that men would be as bad as, I thought this was predominantly women who would belittle other women, but it's huge with men. I don't know if that's something that's got worse, but there's nothing wrong with your arms. There's nothing wrong with your biceps. But it's like you're saying, when you're getting that repeatedly every day. But that's why I think it's important to block these people, because that is their aim. I think it's very premeditated, and if they keep at you long enough, it's like, I suppose if it was a woman, right, and you were flat chested but beautiful in every other way, they would. Do you know what I mean? They would find fault. If it isn't your biceps, it'll be something else. Do you know what I mean?
Right. I tell you what, the common denominator in all this is every single troll is ugly. They've either got issues with themselves. Honestly, right, I have noticed someone that is confident in themselves would not come online and speak bad about other people. That's because they're ugly. It's because they have issues within themselves that they have to go on YouTube to put other people down to make themselves feel better. Yeah,
you do. And I think that's I think that happens to a lot of people, and I don't think it's fair. Like, you're in the public domain, but I didn't think that right. So you're going to get negative things said, but I don't think this is the same thing. This is like a continuum. It's just never going to stop. But I think what's happened is, if they see you explaining yourself what happened, I think there's other people of the same caliber who are so immature and so insecure, but they know this, Decker, right, that any of these people have got something to say negatively, or to be verbally abusive or emotionally abusive, whatever. They could go in a gym and work hard like what you do.
Yeah.
And you didn't get all that body.
Well, I'm in the best shape of my life at the minute. Something that never used to be an issue, to me now has become an issue. And to be honest, I don't care what the trolls, like, what they say, or if they take this as, oh, we'll just keep digging at it more. But it's like, I made a video recently, just today, saying that for the whole 3 years of my campaign, I've had sponsorship stopped. I've lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
The same trolls that tell me to get a job are actually the same people that ring the jobs up when I do get a job, because they harass them. So on one hand, they're telling me to get work, but then when I do get an acting job or I do get work, they ring the fucking job up and speak absolute rubbish about me. But it's like, for example, that's why I started this Buy Me a Coffee, and I started a members only section for people to join up. I've just created a members there, £139 a month, to actually meet me in person and get to know me and go for dinner with me and spend a bit of time to get to know the real me and not the person or the facade on social media. And it's like, they're saying that I'm ripping people off, or why don't I get a job? It's like, I'm having to do this, Buy Me a Coffee. I'm having to do this because you people have absolutely stopped anything that I've ever tried to do.
That's true. And I've watched it as well. It is true, Declan, because I seen it, 3-4 years ago when it all started. And I remember you having the sponsorships. Yeah. I remember the guys getting the calls not to sponsor you. And it started and it just grew, because this is what, this started with one person, right? And we know who that was. And the other one for Carlisle, he started that, right? And I think over a period of time, people have watched that who are immature and of a certain calibre, and they are just going on the gravy train with us. Do you know what I mean? But the thing is, I remember, what I do want to say to people is, I've witnessed this actually happening to you, and I've watched the sponsors disappearing. You're getting, you're not allowed to go to the gym, anywhere, anything you touched, they were phoning up people, telling lies, and so that people wouldn't buy a book. Look at the books that you wrote. No, I didn't buy his books. And it's went on and on and on. It's been the absolute hell for you. You could have made thousands.
I'll be completely honest, right? I'll tell you what I've actually, this last half a year, let's say the last 6 months, I have ended up having to build a gym in my shed.
Yeah.
Because every time I join a new gym, the trolls ring the gym and say that I'm an offender, I'm a bad person, that I'm a risk to women and children. And then because of the bad publicity that my name brings, the gyms tell me to leave, or not that they believe it, they're like, oh, we can't have you in the gym because we're getting loads of phone calls about it. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is defamation of character. You know what it is, Leslie? I'm going to sue their asses, every single gym that's removed me because of all these trolls ringing the gyms. I'm going to sue them all.
The thing is, they didn't seem to give you a chance to explain. It's like you're guilty by YouTube and by people. If you looked at the calibre of some of these people, do you know what I mean? It's obvious.
But you know what? Like, it's like BKFC, right? Like your Brett Mays and these other fighters. They've all had convictions for beating women up and still get to fight on BKFC. But because I've got rumours to my name, not convictions, rumours, the BKFC say they don't want to associate themselves with me.
Do you know what I find interesting is, you know how you done your expose, the film, the expose? Wait now, I'm losing myself. And you have got footage of the other Carlisle mouthpiece.
Listen, Leslie, I've got footage of them all. Listen, it doesn't, I'm not going to name names, we're just not getting into that, right? The bottom line is, I've stopped speaking out about these people because nobody believes what I say anyway. So it's like, if I say something, or Decca's being jealous, or Decca's just trying to get one over on people, no, Decca speaks the truth, but nobody wants to take that truth on. So now, I just don't bother. All I'm focusing on now is myself, but I've had to build a gym in my own place because I can't get in other gyms, because every time the trolls find out what gym I'm in, I get removed because of the harassment. Because what it is, the gyms receive harassment on a daily basis. The trolls comment on their social media posts. The trolls contact every single person, anyone that has anything to do with me. The trolls contact them and sabotage everything. So now I just keep myself to myself. I don't even hang about with anybody because I don't trust people. I've got my own gym now, which I'm happy about, where I can still train. But it's like, one day I'm going to sue every single company that stepped away from me based on pure rumours, and that's it.
It's not really very good professionally or business-like, is it? Because you could draw people in to a gym that you were using. Do you know what I mean? They'd be like, oh, wow, Decca Heggy's in here. That's probably how it would have went before
Do you
the
know what, in
trolls started.
2019, Leslie, before all this started, I had a lot of people jump on board with me. I was even booked in to do a mental health talk for 3 days in Sellafield in the power plant company. And the trolls, you've seen the level they harass people, right? They harassed all these people to pull away from me and threaten them, if you don't pull away from Decca, we're going to post all your details online. Well, these people get scared. So, and not just that, Leslie, I've actually put a video for Premier at 3:30. If you click your reminders, guys, and go to the Premier about my subject access request. Now, I have put up all this proof that I'm innocent, right? And then, because the trolls couldn't get nothing on me, they then created a fake 55-page acro, a subject access request. That's what everything you've been arrested for. Well, I got mine last week, and it isn't 55 pages, it's actually 37 pages. And every single thing I have spoke about online is on that subject access request. Now, people believed this 55-page acro, like as if it's like me, or Leslie, I'm going to go and get your background checks. I can't just walk in a place and get your checks. But people believe this. People think that these trolls can just go into a police station and get your background check. It's absolute rubbish. But see, YouTube, Leslie, you say something, it's apparently true.
Yeah. But do you not think that's like they thrive? There's too many people thrive on gossip and rumours. And I think of what's happened as well is there's people joined in, they've came on board, they've been watching you, who do not know the past. So they're judging it by this chapter, and then they're seeing other people saying, "Oh, you should get a job," or. But the thing is, I really didn't think they've got any right. It's like there's a lot of people say things, and they really haven't got the right to be saying that to you. But because they're behind a keyboard, it's it's a huge issue now that people are. Social media is getting away with a lot of things. And saying what they want to say it isn't right, and it isn't fair, and it isn't true. I mean, how did it? Well, I know that you've got some really good members, right? But did they never say to themselves to give you a break and to get a bit of understanding that, and to realise that cyberbullying can destroy your whole professional, personal, everything. And these are people who, to me, they've not got any conscience that are doing that.
Don't get us wrong, I'm content and happy in my life right now. As we speak, I'm spot on, right? But people don't understand the extent. Like, I'm not scared to come on and be vulnerable or speak about things.
Aye.
I was sectioned in May 2022 under the Mental Health Act, not because I handed myself in, because I tried to commit suicide 3 times. 3 times, and 3 times I failed. Now, the amount of mental torture that I've actually been through, it's got that bad. Even though now I'm in a good place and I've kind of found myself, I'm scared to date. I haven't dated a woman in over a year. Now, people might be surprised by that and shocked by that, because the trauma and the trolling has left a mental scar in my mind. So now I can't trust people. I can't just, I would love nothing better than to trust someone and bring someone in my life. But I'm that mentally destroyed with it all. It's like I don't trust anybody.
Well, that's inevitable, because that's one of the things, the emotional side of all this is hard on you. I mean, this has been going on a long, long time. I've just got it. If you set your reminder, guys, at 3:30 on my channel, the subject access, it's 37 pages, not 55. But people, it doesn't matter, right? I've always thought this. It doesn't matter what you show, Leslie, on YouTube. No one will ever believe me. Okay, so
I'm at the stage now where I'm not going to prove myself anymore, because when you're accused of something, it's down to the accuser to prove your guilt, not you prove your innocence.
Yeah, I know. And it is ironic that the people that are doing it, they're all they've got like criminal records galore. But the thing is, it is but ultimately, I think people really, really need to step back and realise, and I witnessed it, so I'm evidence that they were phoning you a long time, like no phoning you, sorry Declan, phoning like sponsors. In fact, they were phoning everybody. They phoned your dentist, they phoned your barber. I mean, where the hell does it stop?
It's like they all take the piss out my teeth on my Lisp, right? But the same people taking the piss are actually the ones that sabotage my dental work. Now, I had to find a new dentist to finish off my work because the trolls rang my dentist and harassed and tortured that man's life for over a month, and they were blackmailing him, saying, if you continue to do work on Decker, we're going to come down to your work and put posters up and chuck paint all over your doors. And I'm like, what? And the same people now that take the piss out my list, I've got this list because these scum have put a hold on my work because of down to their actions.
Yep.
But no one sees all this. I get tortured left, right, and centre. I get lies told about me, allegations that are untrue. But yet, I'm the one that's suffering. I'm getting no work. I can't get on a bare knuckle fighting show because of it all. Yet all the people with convictions on YouTube still get to fight.
Yeah, I know. It's ironic. I don't know what that's about. There's just something really, I don't know, sneaky about it all. And the thing is, like, you are a well-known bare knuckle fighter. You're a former governor. People know who you are. Do you know what I mean?
I would fight anybody. I would fight anybody. I'm proven. I turn up and I get shit done, right? I'm not going to say if I continue to fight, I'm not going to say I could be undefeated for the rest of my life, because there's always a tougher man. But if I'm going to fight, there's too much shit talk on YouTube of people. Oh, do you want to meet up? 16 weeks and I'll meet you, blah, blah, blah. None of these people have any intentions of fighting. It's all to build fucking YouTube channels. That's all it is, man.
Aye, definitely. How sad is that, eh?
These are grown-ass men with children.
Yeah. Aye, I know. Aye. Some of them do it in front of their children, but that's another story. But it's about how, because this is like a typical way that a bully behaves. If you remember at school, the bully always had, you be my friend, and they stick with the bully, a lot of people, and they always have a gang. And this is adults that are behaving like this, and it doesn't stop, do you know, because other people join on. But can I just say, Decker, right, that you've got so much to offer, and it might not be the time right now, right, but you will meet someone, because not all women believe any of this shit.
The thing is, if people say, if you're innocent, I'm innocent. Listen, there's been nothing posted online that says I've done. And where's the victims? Like, they keep naming all these women. Why does nobody come forward? Like, it's absolute rubbish. And the thing is, Leslie, right? It's like they keep talking about victims. What fucking victims, man? It's unbelievable, man. And the thing is,
there isn't any victims.
They should not be able to come on here and destroy my character, not get me work. And they complain when I'm putting a buy me a coffee up. I'm putting a buy me a fucking coffee up because you cunts ruined everything that I had and made me fucking potless. And people are saying, well, why don't you sue them? Because I haven't got the money. Have you seen how much it is to go up with solicitors, right, to sue these people? They don't do no win, no fee. You've got to pay fucking top money to take these cunts down.
But the thing is, though, I think it's important to remember, right, there are solutions and ways to practice for you, because ultimately I think it's how you deal with this. I mean, how does anybody deal with this as a human being? I mean, can you imagine you've got there's not just one person. There's a host of them. They're gang of them. They're like vultures. And it must be hard not to react, Decca. I will say that, because the things they're calling you and the things that they're lying and saying and the accusations and all that, I mean, I think that would make anybody impulsively jump the gun to want to say, no, wait a minute, this isn't true. But then I think people want it to be true because they just thrive on that kind of gossiping and drama. They're people that you can't change, unfortunately. So
the thing is, right, I slapped the woman's bum and propositioned her for sex in 2006, right? I am still haunted till today off these trolls for doing that. Yet, I'm not being funny, I would rather slap a girl's ass than batter a woman. Some of these people have battered women in front of children, and they get a fucking pass, man. They get a pass, and I don't, for what, slapping a bird's fucking ass.
Yep, I know. It's absolutely beyond. The only thing I can think of that happens is because the people who, it's like they're like magnets to each other. Do you know what I mean? And I think they just all can. There's a lot of differences with you, Decca, right? Because you've not done these things.
Yeah.
And I think and because you're a lone wolf, and you don't have to mix in gangs. I think very much these insecure people, they are all, as we know, they're all entangled with each other, right?
They're all insecure. Any man that needs an army or a gang are
exactly
pussies, man.
Yeah.
A proper fighter man doesn't need anybody. A proper fighter man will knock on your door at 6 o'clock in the morning and say, I always get outside and have a fucking pagger. But after these on YouTube are all gangster wannabes, man.
I know. I mean, even if, like, from my perspective as well, I've had it off them as well, because they'll call, if Ken, they'll say, oh, you're, what's happened?
Sorry, I don't see you, Leslie.
I don't know what's happened. Can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah.
I can hear you, but I can't see you. Well, sorry, Decca, it must be my phone.
I don't need to put my 37-page acro up, mate. I'm showing you like 37 pages. I don't need to show you every single thing I've been arrested for. Who the fuck are you? Why don't you prove that I'm a wrong one?
Aye.
They're all dickheads, man. All pure clowns. But there's a lot of people. The thing is, Leslie, right, there's a lot of people that have had allegations made against them on YouTube that have never, ever put their conviction list online. Do you know why? Because they're all fucking hiding stuff. All of them.
Exactly.
They're all fucking wrong, man. Every single one of them.
Yep. And I think as well, people have got to remember that you react to it and you want to say something about it because you have got, you care about your subscribers and you care about followers and you care about your members. So you've got, do you know what I mean? You put yourself in a position where you think, right, I better explain this to the decent people, but you really didn't have to, because I've noticed that there's a few members.
Everybody linked to my trolling campaign have all built money and channels off the back of my name, right? So they're all making money on my name. Yet when I want people to donate to me, oh, I'm a beggar. What's the difference with people donating to me and you making money off my fucking name?
Well, you've got Maria recently be doing that.
Narcissistic bastards, that's what they are.
They've got to remember that the other person or people who are doing this Buy Me a Coffee, they were doing that as a troll campaign and people were supporting that. And every one of them's complicit as far as I'm concerned. You have had, you've had every financial avenue that you could take, and there's many, and they've took the lot, Decca, and anyone who's smart enough, and hopefully, do you know, maybe in time, go on a date, and if someone doesn't, if you,
I'll tell you what happens, right? If I meet somebody, the thing is, see, women, and I don't blame them, but women take it to heart. If I says to a woman, I want to be with you, I want to see you, I want to see how it goes, but we need to keep it away from social media and keep it quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Their response is, well, why are you hiding me? Why do you need to keep me a secret? I'm like, well, because I don't want you attacked off the trolls. Because once the trolls start harassing and attacking them, just fucks the whole relationship up.
But why do they want? Well, see, I would question that because
but I do. But women are like, why do you want to tell every fucker you're with me? Are you just doing this because I've got a name? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, there must be an element of that.
Things private.
Well, they're just people that'll just have to go back to
but
the
all
queue.
Women want to do, Leslie, is put it on Facebook. That's insecure people, right? If you've got to tell your partner to put in a relationship on Facebook, that's because you're insecure and you want everyone to know they're with her or with you, so so no one comes on to you.
Exactly. I know. They're not the kind of women that you really can. Unfortunately, that is true. And putting any relationship up on Facebook
the world is full of clowns, and I don't trust anybody. See, women, I don't trust them, man. It's the whole what's happened is happened, but you know, I'm just getting on with things now. But like I say, Leslie, it's about I've started to buy me a coffee for people to donate coffees, espresso, cappuccinos. But I've had to do that because my avenue of making money is fucked up with all these trolls attacking every work avenue that I've went down.
I know, and I've seen it all. I've borne witness to it. I've seen it going on for the past, you could say, 4 years, eh? It's been one thing, any target that they can find to stop you or prevent you from climbing any higher. Do you know what I mean? They've done it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they can work. Half of them have got jobs, or half of them are going around conning old people and that, eh? But you've got more decency than half of them, or most of them, all of them, even.
I know. The thing is, Leslie, as well, people say, oh, why are you charging people to come and meet you? Because my time isn't free. It's like, when people want to meet you, you know what I mean? It's like, but I want people to actually get to know me. For me, the reason why I started the membership of people meeting me and going for lunch is like, not just to make friends, but to get people to see the real me. And people see this persona and facade on YouTube, but they don't really know me in my personal life, where I'm quiet, keep myself to myself. I'm a family man. I like my dogs, my nieces and nephews. I do simple things. I'm not materialistic. I just like simplicity in life.
Yeah.
What is it about if you clear your name by showing your paperwork? Why do I need to clear my name? Why don't these people prove that I'm a wrong one? I'm not proving myself. I'm a fuck. I think I've already done that, pal, by putting all my convictions up. You know what I mean? They're all.
They're not going to. Do you know this? I don't know if they're saying that just to antagonise you. They didn't understand either that, or they think it's funny. But if you're getting called,
I bet you they're all nonsense themselves. I bet you they've all done wrong in life with women. I bet you.
Aye, well,
that's is anyone that's accusing of deflecting themselves and other people.
Exactly. That's a psychological fact. That's why.
But listen, Leslie, we'll go now. But thank you for coming on.
You're welcome.
Have a good day, love.
You too, Decca. Thank you.
Love. Well, there's Leslie, guys. If you want to click the reminder to the subject access that's coming on at 3:30, click on that. Listen, guys, if you want to click the link in the comments and buy me a coffee, you can. If you don't, your support is very welcome. Like I said, a lot of my work has been sabotaged through the trolling, sponsorships, everything. So now it's 2023. I'm just trying to move forward in the best way I possibly can, guys. Obviously, with the loyal support that I've got from a lot of you people, thank you very much. Love you all. Follow me on Instagram, Derek Higgy Official. Like, subscribe to the channel, guys. If you want to become a member, click join. If you just want to be supportive, subscribe and chuck your comments in, push the algorithm of the videos, and God bless, guys. Love you all.